Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciska, if you didn't know. Today I am here at the park. I just threw the ball for Stoffel a few times and had him run a few laps so he could just be a little bit tired today. But I want to tell you that I have filmed this video probably about 10 times already, and just get a bit closer. And I feel like I never quite, I don't know, I never quite knew what I really wanted to say, and I feel like I kind of still don't really know what I want to say, but I have 20% of battery, so I probably don't have too much time to try and say what I want to say. So without further ado, let's start. So today I want to talk to you about depression, anxiety, and ADHD. And what it is to live with all of the above. So basically I've been living with depression, I think since about preschool. So let's make it since the age of about maybe 5 or 6. I think it only started after that, because I can't remember much before that, and any memories before that I feel like is happy memories or whatever. So basically I feel like I've known depression and I've known, negative thoughts and all of those things all of my life, and I've been used to it and it's been fine. I only realized that it was depression when I was I probably only put a name to it at age around 16, because when you're younger you don't think about things in words, you don't put labels to the things. For you it's only like everything is dark, everything is negative. You don't actually think about how you're thinking when you're that young. You just kind of go with the flow, and I think when you do reach a certain age you kind of develop this sense of awareness of everything around you and even your thoughts. So I probably never had a label to it, but I always knew that I was sad. I always knew that I was a sad person. And I couldn't understand why. I didn't know why I was a sad person. I couldn't understand why my friends always looked happy and everything always seemed okay for my friends, but not for me. So childhood for me was difficult. I didn't understand. And then I'm going to talk about anxiety last. So then we have the ADHD, which apparently my mother kind of suspected me of being ADHD at a young age, but as being a South African and the history of South Africa, women, and I think the whole world, women have always been very oppressed. I think that's good. Oppressed. And I think it's always been, the husband, the man is the head of the house, and their say is their say. And I think my dad just didn't believe in disorders like that. He didn't believe in ADHD at that stage of time. Also, people just drugged up their kids with Ritalin, and it completely messed up their lives. I have a lot of friends whose lives have been messed up because of Ritalin. So obviously they didn't want that for me, so I understand that. But now at the age of 26, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, adult ADHD. And now is the time that we realize, oh goodness, I probably have had this since a very young age. And now that I think about it even more, I can actually, I can actually access my memories and realize, oh, okay, this situation only happened because I was ADHD and I shouldn't blame myself for it. So it kind of just, everything seems to be falling into place in a sense. Like all of my memories are starting to make sense. My past is starting to make sense now that I've basically been diagnosed, and now that I'm understanding more about the mental health problems that I have been struggling with, I now can put the situations into perspective, and I'm not as sad about them anymore. I don't regret anything anymore. I understand why I did things, why my life has led to the point where it is, and I'm not as angry at myself anymore for making the decisions that I did when I was 19, 20 years old, because now I understand fully, and probably not even completely yet, but I understand a lot more of what I have been going through. And I have been studying a lot about clinical psychology in my free time. It's something that I'm very interested in. It's a subject that I really, really love. And I am also, in my HR degree that I am studying, I am doing psychology. And the degree that I did before human resources management, I did a BA degree with the idea of becoming a psychologist. Psychology was my main subject: psychology, sociology, anthropology, all of the things you need to go through to eventually become a counselor. So my interests fall very much into the line of psychology. So I feel like it's just very, very interesting that a person who actually does live with a mental disorder, or a few, might I add, actually that I am interested in these things, and it kind of really just helps me to understand all of these things. Even though I feel like I don't understand everything yet, it's just interesting to see the memories unfold for me every single time that I learn something, when I get triggered, or when I get an anxiety attack or a depression attack or something like that. This is his dummy. He wants me to throw it, but I'm just going to give it to him so that he can just chill out, because he's getting a bit restless. Sit. Sit. So yeah, basically, there we go. So basically, okay, so the point of this video is what it's like living with Stoffel. So I wanted to tell you guys about what it's like to live with ADHD, depression, and anxiety. Dogs will be dogs. He's getting a bit restless. I've never done this before with him at the park. Sit. You just scratch him and he'll chill. So basically, in every single day, I get at least 1 or 2 either anxiety attacks or depression attacks, or ADHD attacks or triggers or whatever. I don't understand too much about ADHD yet. I do understand depression very, very well, and also the anxiety I still don't understand too great yet. I think I only started learning about anxiety when I was about 19. There's a kid running, that's why he's looking like that. But I have him, don't worry, he's tied. So yeah, I only started learning about anxiety at about 19, 20. That's when I started seeing a psychologist. And I also, still at that age, I didn't put it into this perspective as, oh, wait, it could only just be an anxiety attack, you know? So now that I have been meditating a lot, so that's why I am able to do this. But I mean, it's just become a lot easier to have something happen in a day and then you freak out and then be like, oh wait, I recognize this as an anxiety attack, or I recognize this as me just being ADHD. Or the depression is not like that. Depression, you can feel you're in a state of depression for a while, and it just goes up and down with your mood as the day goes by. And the depression is something that I'm able to control, and that has taken me years. The depression is something that you can only control with meditation, exercise, affirmations, journaling. There's a lot of things that you need to do to keep the depression under control. And having anxiety with depression, if you do get a depression episode, and then you get anxious about it, it only gets worse, because the anxiety makes that you cannot control your behavior. It causes you, if you have a physical anxiety attack where you are talking about it, then it can explode. You have no control over your emotions, so you feel abundantly a lot of passion, and you freak out and you need to get it out. That's what anxiety is about. You feel stuck, and if you do get to talk to someone, for me, I bottle up so much that eventually when I do talk, I explode, and then it's bad. And that's when the ADHD kicks in. See, now the ADHD is something interesting. With ADHD, sometimes you wouldn't realize that you're being rude to someone. You wouldn't realize that you're not taking someone else into consideration. You wouldn't think that other people have feelings. You think that everything is about you, and your problem is the worst problem in the whole wide world, and nobody understands you. And surrounding the situation and whatever it is that happened, you just feel so alone. And my battery is going to die in a few minutes, so I might just continue this at home. But yeah, it's just, it becomes this great thing where they all come together, and they just, like the depression, the anxiety, the ADHD, it feels like they just attack you, and then you're sitting there and you're just, I didn't want this. Can I not just pass a daily confrontation or situation or something without freaking out? Like, can I just go through a, what do you call it in English? We say a mijlpaal in Afrikaans. But yeah, something that comes into your life that it's a problem, it's a situation that you need to handle. So basically, what you think in that moment is, can I not just handle the situation without losing emotional control, without disrupting other people's life, without it disrupting my whole day? Because it takes about 2 days of freaking out, 2 days of thinking about it, and 2 days of resolving whatever damage you have done to your relationships about that stupid ass problem. So, and then it takes another 2 days of healing and thinking about it, and, you know, making sense of it, and just trying to also again fix the relationships and calm down out of the situation. So every situation that comes forth to me takes about a week to resolve, because of emotions and anxiety and depression, and you really just overthink about it longer than you need to, and it takes longer to get over something than normal people would, and it sucks, because you just really there comes a stage where you start getting over it, you know. You just wanna not be emotional anymore. You want to be neutral, and even when you are neutral, your brain is so messed up that the depression think neutrality is sadness. So I'm at the stage, oh, there the battery goes, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna continue this out. Okay. Hey guys, so it's quite a bit later in the day already. I had a shower, and I wanted to just continue this conversation and maybe end it up and conclude it a little bit. And then stuff happened in the day to make me upset. And this is exactly what I was talking about. By the way, I am now at Magic Forest. It's a very, very beautiful park, and I'm lucky enough to work close to it, and I have 40 minutes to kill now before I need, my camera just died, of course. Yeah, so I have time to kill before I need to go back to work again. So basically what I wanted to say is that stuff like this happens every day. So what happened today was I needed to go into work a little bit earlier to be somewhere at 1 o'clock, and I said yes, I'll make it. And what happened was, yeah, I was trying to make it. There was sorry, there's people walking around. So what had to happen was I needed to be somewhere before 1, and I tried to do it. I was informed at 12 o'clock that I need to be at this place at 1 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, I had just got out the shower and I washed my hair, so I still needed to comb it out. Since it's winter, I still needed to dry my hair. I still needed to make a sandwich because I was hella hungry because I just had a jog that morning. And honestly, I don't want to go buy food because it's not in my budget. It's not something that I do. I don't just want to stop and buy food. I don't budget for it. If I had to buy food now, then I can't do anything for the rest of the month. So I needed to make a sandwich. And that wasn't my plan for the day either. It already messed up my day because I didn't want to eat a sandwich today. I wanted to cook a healthy meal. And I was supposed to have enough time to cook a healthy meal, but unforeseen circumstances. And then I get there at like, first of all, I couldn't find the place. And then secondly, I get there 2 minutes before closing time. The lady tells me, sorry, I have to go. I have some place to be. I can't help you now. There's a queue in front of me. I can't help you. And I'm like, what? I was so angry because I had just literally sacrificed my morning. I mean, not the whole morning. I rushed. I really rushed to get there. And there was a reeling. There was a reeling gemaak. There was my boss called beforehand and asked her to set the things out. I'm literally just going to come collect and pay. I'm going to be there just before 1. So it was organized for me to literally just get there, pay for the stuff and leave, right? So it was actually organized, and the woman didn't recognize me, obviously, because she hasn't met me yet, but I guess she just completely forgot about me because there was a queue in front of her and she had some place that she really needed to be, and I completely understand that. But I didn't know that at that moment. I only found out afterwards that she had someplace to be, someplace very important to be. And what did I do? I was like, are you kidding me? And I slammed the door, and everybody saw me slamming that door. And I walked out that gate and I slammed the gate as well. And the thing is, the lady needed to be at the hospital because her kid is getting surgery. So I didn't. There's always, you always need to be considerate of people because people have their own stuff going on in their own lives that are difficult for them too. And you being a donkey is not gonna make that any better for them. She's obviously having a worse day than I am. And then I didn't explode, I just slammed the door, but still, like, it wasn't very nice of me to do it. And now I'm upset. I'm upset firstly because I didn't make it, and I told my boss yes I was gonna make it, right? I didn't have a choice. I still had to comb my hair. I'm not going out of that house with wet, uncombed hair in winter and then get sick again. So that's number one. And in an hour's time, there is time to brush your hair and blow, hair dry your hair and make a sandwich. There was enough time. I left 20 minutes before. It takes me usually 15 minutes to get to where I will need to be. Obviously, it took longer for some other reason because Murphy, traffic happened. And then I couldn't find the place. Of course, I couldn't find the place. I'd never been there. I didn't know where to go. And then I got there 5 minutes to 1 and walked through the doors 2 minutes to 1. She didn't recognize me. She asked me to leave because she had some place to be. So now I'm so upset because I told my boss I was going to be there. I told my boss I was gonna, do it. She was supposed to rely on me, and I disappointed her, and I hate disappointing people. Also, it was not in my hands. I'm so upset now. Like, I'm really upset because they really need these things. They need to get these things, and they have 2 days to get these things, and tomorrow they have stuff happening as well, so tomorrow there's not necessarily time to go get these things. So the point is, now I'm upset. And I feel like I'm going to be upset for the rest of the day. And that's not fair, because I want to just be neutral. It's my first day of work. I want to be happy. I want to be excited. I want to be calm. I want to handle things. So it's very interesting. Like, I wonder sometimes, do other people go through this as well? Do other people struggle with this too? Is it a normal thing, or is it because I have anxiety and ADHD that I couldn't make it within the time limits that I said yes I could? Is it because of the ADHD? Is it just me, or was it really an impossible situation? Like, I always need to now question all of these things and have a conversation with someone about these things. And then I don't want someone to tell me, well, why didn't you just tell me that you had things to do, you couldn't make it? But it's not like that. I was supposed to make it. There was an arrangement. That's the word I was looking for. There was an arrangement. There was an arrangement made that I pop in there and just pay for the things and leave. So, unforeseen circumstances. Obviously, there was lots of people. But now I get to another thing. Why didn't the school arrange for this to happen? They know that there's so many things. It's just the business where we were supposed to buy the things. They know what all is happening, and they know that the shop is going to be busy. So why didn't they arrange for a replacement for the lady who had to go for her kid? You know, like, why are people not thinking things through? Am I the only person thinking everything through properly? Am I the only person planning things? Like, I get so upset when people try and squish things into the last minute, and like, then I need to talk about it. And now it's the middle of the day. I need to be at work I need to be somewhere in like basically an hour. I literally still have an hour to kill, but I need to get there, so that's minus 15 minutes, buy food, minus another 20 minutes. So I start work in like 40 minutes, and now I'm upset because I'm thinking of all these things, and I have nobody to talk to. Firstly, like, I can't just disrupt my mom's day and call her and tell her what happened. I can't just disrupt my boyfriend or my friend's day while they are at work and explode on them. So what does one do? Oh, there's a dog coming to greet me. Hi, puppy. So it's I don't know. I don't know if in general people have daily tasks that just somehow goes wrong, and then they're upset, and then what? You're just supposed to deal with these things. I get it. I'm a grown-up. I'm an adult. You're supposed to just deal with the things. But still, like, I don't know, like, I feel like sometimes it's so difficult to talk when there's people on the trail walking by. So I just feel like I struggle to deal with everyday life, and I'm not blaming the depression or the ADHD or the anxiety for that matter, but kind of feel like maybe it has an influence, right? Like, it must have an influence. I mean, I'm not supposed to be upset with this for the rest of the day. I mean, it's, you know, stuff happens. You can't let the small things upset you like that. I'm so worried that they are gonna judge my character for this, or that they are gonna want to hire someone who's better, or you know, I'm always worried about these things. So I don't know. So that was a day in the life of somebody with ADHD and anxiety and depression, and I worry about stuff that I don't need to worry about, and I get upset about stuff that really doesn't need to have me upset, and I feel like my whole day is ruined. Like, how am I supposed to just stay sane and stay happy if something horrible just happened? First world problems, right? But so then we move on. Okay, now we talked about this. All of this stuff My shoes are full of mud and I'm sitting cross-legged. So now all of this happened and I need to fix it, right? So now I'm sitting with a situation where I can't just move on. If I literally just move on and go about my day, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be a bad day if I just try and continue with my day. So I feel like now I have this hour, and usually I have like 10 minutes or so before to calm down. I do have like time for myself during the day. I have snippets where I'm alone or whatever, where I get to, then I'll just like play solitaire on my phone, or I have a book in my bag, which I should be reading. So then I'll do that. But for me, during the day, I also need to do little exercises. So now I need to calm down, I need to forget about this, and I need to move past it. So what I need to be doing is I need to tell myself, literally I need to focus on telling myself, sorry, camera just cut out again. So yeah, I need to talk to myself and understand that it was just a tiny hiccup in the day, and it's not something that is that big of a problem that my whole day should be disrupted. Firstly, I need to understand that I don't need to be sad about it. I don't need to be upset about it. I can be neutral, and that is okay. It is okay to actually still continue and be happy and make the most of the day, even though something really bad happened that made me really upset. I don't need to be upset for the rest of the day. And that really takes my brain like lots of understanding. It's like telling a toddler who just gotten their toy taken away by another toddler that it's not the end of the world. It is the end of the world for them, because their toy that they were busy playing with just got taken away from them. You know, it's something happened and it's awful and you feel bad about it, and now someone just tells you you need to get over it. Damn, it's harsh, man. And like for my brain, it's like that. Something mildly upsetting happens, something that just disrupts your day a tiny little bit will upset me completely, and all of my emotions are down the drain. And I need to understand that it's okay. You actually have control over that. You can tell yourself to be happy, and it's okay. It's fine. It's fine to be happy, and like you don't need to be neutral and robot-like for the rest of the day, because that's what I would do. I would just try and stay neutral, you know. So because if I'm neutral, then I don't get upset. But neutral doesn't always mean happy, right? So what I do want to be is happy and not just neutral. I mean, neutral is fine, because it's not upset, but then I'm like that. What's the point of being neutral, right? You need to have a good day every day, right? So I mean, if you're gonna stay neutral, you might as well take medication for your depression, because that just makes you feel nothing, and I don't want to do that, because if I numb my emotions to the point where I am neutral, it means I'm basically giving myself depression medication, right? So it's very interesting how you need to control. It's very interesting for me to learn that I am in control of my emotions and my moods, because the past 26 years of my life, my emotions and my moods have just came out whenever they liked to. And now, growing up as an adult, I'm starting to realize, wow, you can stop and think for a few seconds and distinguish if you want to let your emotions interfere with the rest of your day, or if you want your mood to interfere with the rest of your day. And it's obvious, honestly, it doesn't have to. You can still have a good day on a bad day. So that's what it's like living with depression, living with anxiety, living with ADHD. Stuff happens, you don't know how to handle it, you have immediate reactions which you should learn to not have. I mean, I could have just paused and be like, okay, it's fine, I'll try again tomorrow, have a nice day. I could have been that guy, but I wasn't. And I used to be that person who was always contained, but this year, for some reason, I just exploded. Everything is an explosion. I don't know why. I mean, I wanted to change. I wanted to get out of my box and be okay to express my emotions. I wanted to be allowed to express my emotions and not have to contain it all the time, because I got so tired from working in retail and having to just smile all the time, even though you're yelling and screaming and burning in hell inside, you know. I had to put up that face and that mask for so long that I convinced myself that it's okay to explode, it's okay to cry. And yes, it is okay to cry and it is okay to explode, but you still need to understand that it's not always the best time to explode or have a mental breakdown. Sometimes people have things going on in their lives too. Stuff needs to get done. And that's also another thing I wanted to say. Stuff needs to get done. You need to finish your work. You need to study. You need to do your washing, your dishes. Like, if your depression or ADHD or anxiety becomes so debilitating that it's maladaptive and it's keeping you from getting your tasks done, then it's becoming dangerous. And it happens a lot. It happens really, really a lot. And like I say, sometimes if you don't do your practices, then it takes you weeks or months to get out of that slump. And I've been in a slump like that for the past 3 or 4 months, and it's horrible, I tell you. It's bad. It's not nice. It's not a nice thing. But you do eventually get out, and then when you do get out of the slump, where you stop getting anxiety attacks, when you stop getting depression attacks, then it's better. It's usually better for a good 6 months. And you do your practices for probably a good 6 months or so. And that's the thing, you need to now be consistent. So every single time you start over with your practices, because you know it's what works, so every single time you start over, you need to keep in mind that you need to do these practices for the rest of your life. It's not just the 3-month kickstart to getting your mind to be happy again. You need to journal every day or every second day. You need to meditate every day or every second day. You need to keep your room tidy because it keeps your brain tidy. You need to be grateful. You need to practice gratefulness every single day. You need positive affirmations. You need goals. And all of those things you need to say to yourself every single day. You need to read it every day. You need to write it every day. You need to make that list and that checklist and tick off things every day. If you stop for one day, literally this happened to me this week, stop for one day, it throws you out. You go down again. So consistency is the real key to getting to where you want to be, to being successful in the goals that you set for yourself. You need to be consistent. You need to be dedicated to yourself. You need to really, really, really practice self-love. And self-love means saying no. Self-love means that's what I should have done this morning. I should have said, no, I'm sorry, I still need to clean my room and make a sandwich. I can't work earlier. I'm supposed to start at this time. I should have said no, and I didn't. It's my own fault. So self-love and self-care, it acquires boundaries. It acquires rituals. It acquires dedication. And self-love at the end of the day is what's going to get you to where you want to be in your business. It's going to get you to where you want to be with your personal life, with your hobbies, your relationships, your exercise goals. It's really practices and yogas and stuff that you need to incorporate into your life and make it a lifestyle change. You know, doing something for a month, it's like a diet. It's not going to stick. You need to make a lifestyle change. And that doesn't only, it's not only for food where that counts. It counts for meditation, exercise, the way you eat, the way you handle your friends, your relationships. it's a daily thing, you know. Motivation is recommended daily, just like bathing. You know, it's a daily thing. You need to be okay every single day, and if you're okay every single day, if you're happy and your mood is good every single day, that means you get to work harder every day. You get to really strive every day. You get to be ambitious, and you get to really do your best. And if you do your best every single day for the rest of your life, just imagine where you're going to be. You're not going to be stuck in a place where someone's going to be telling you what to do every day. What is that sound? Like a duck or something. So yeah, when you really get to do your best every day, you're going to end up in a situation where you don't need to introduce yourself anymore. People are going to know who you are just by seeing your face. You're going to be able to put guacamole on your burger at any restaurant. You're not going to think about your bank account before you buy food. You're going to have time. You're going to be happy. You're going to have time for your hobbies, and everything's going to be good. All the things you've ever wanted is going to be there if you are able to just stay focused on being happy and achieving your goals every day. So yeah, I hope this video is helping you guys to stay positive. I hope that I have gotten some good tips for anybody who's struggling with ADHD, depression, or anxiety. I hope that you can take something, and if you even didn't, I hope that it made you feel better for the bad day that you were having. So yeah, I'll try and make more of these videos. It's just, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to open up about these things. So I'll try to make some more when I do have more tips. I mean, I'm a slow learner when it comes to these things. It's all brand new. I try to read up on it every single day. I actually have been for the past 6 months. So I try and learn. I don't know everything, but I'm gonna help you guys, man. I want to help myself, and it's really therapeutic to sit and stare at my camera and talk to you guys. So I think I should do it a little bit more often, take this little bit of me time. It's really doing good for me. So yeah, hope you guys are having a really good day. I hope that you overcome any obstacles that you have today, and yeah, let's just be grateful for nature, for this beautiful place. I hope the sun has not been interfering with this video too much, because I'm not gonna say this again. But yeah, let's just be grateful for life, man. Okay, have a good day, guys. Bye.